sales of the no-holds-barred biography of Landview's own late, great Victor Lord are increasing at a meteoric rate. Revenues are expected to set a new record. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, yes. Presumed to be fueling the book's popularity is the scathing and unflinching portrait of Victor Lord's widow, Dorian Lord. Sloane Carpenter is making himself rich and famous lying about me. Are you listening to me?
I did exactly what you told me to do, and it worked perfectly.
Amazing, isn't it?
I convinced Tina that Kane and I are back together, and oh, he is furious with me.
Articles like this are only going to increase the sales of that disgusting piece of filth and garbage. Vicky strikes again, using her newspaper to stick it to me.
Are you listening to me?
Yes.
Your advice got me into this mess with Kane. Any suggestions on how to get me out of it?
Uncle King!
Hey, how you doing? Wow, those are some amazing Sundays you guys got there, huh?
Why don't you come see us anymore?
Honey, I'm sorry. I've been busy, you know. Listen, is your mom around?
She's up there. Are you playing hide and go seek or something?
Kind of. I don't want your mom to see me just yet.
I won't tell.
Thanks, pal. You're the best. Now, can you do me an extra special, top secret favor?
There he is. Larry Willock, last doctor in North America that makes the house call.
Yeah, at your service. Oh, I was on my way home, and there was no problem. Besides, you sounded kind of upset. Is everything all right?
Are you talking about America or the world in general?
Come on, Nora, what's going on?
Oh, well, you know us lawyers. I think something's wrong with me, Larry. I mean, something's really wrong.
You were in Powell's room alone with him?
I thought I could get him to confess.
So you waited up all night for him, and then you ambushed him?
I didn't see anything else I could do. I thought if I could just talk to him alone.
Yeah, well, you took a very big risk, Marty.
Maybe, but there isn't anything I wouldn't risk to see those three tossed in jail.
My son's not going to jail. In fact, I've taken steps to guarantee that won't ever happen.
Have you been following us?
Of course not. Thanks to Miss Saybrook, I have to live in this hotel with my entire life on hold while I fight those ridiculous charges you brought against my son. But with any luck, that's going to change soon.
And what do you mean by that?
You can't win your case against Todd.
Wishing doesn't make it so, Mr. Manning.
Quite so. That's what experts are for. And I've assembled a team of expert lawyers, some of the best in the country, in fact. I'm through trying out local ladies like Nora Gannon. These men are professionals who will do whatever it takes to ensure that my son doesn't spend one night in prison.
And how do they think that they're going to do that?
For starters, we're working on a new court date. A year from now.
A year?
Also, because of the unfair bad publicity we've received around here, we're looking for a change of venue. I mean, for us to get a fair trial, we need to have a trial somewhere far from Landview. And just to take care of that one issue should take, well, 6 months.
If you're so sure you're going to win, why postpone the trial?
Because planning takes time and patience. But then, I'm a very patient man. I also have plenty of money. So I can do whatever it takes to drag this out as long as it takes to prove Todd's innocence.
Innocence? Todd's guilty and he knows it.
And he's going to pay. You better get used to that idea, Manning.
My son is paid enough already for a crime he didn't commit.
Oh, he hasn't begun to pay for what he did to Marty.
My son was seriously injured. He was almost killed, or doesn't that matter, since he's a man, now that you feminists have rewritten all the laws?
Back off!
My son may never be the same again. He may never play football again. He may never have any of the normal life he once had. right now. Because of you, he has taught 24-hour-a-day guard to make sure that no other wild-eyed vigilantes like your friend Luna try and hurt him again.
You better get your facts straight, Mr. Manning. Powell Lord was there. He saw Luna hit Todd in self-defense.
I don't care what that upper-crust little pansy says. I know that my son's life has been ruined because of you, and I'm going to see to it that you regret that every day of your life till you die.
Think that you are in any position to get cheeky with me, Sister Angela. I have forgiven you your trespasses to the tune of $50,000 worth. In exchange, you were going to pay me back by helping me get back at Sloan Carpenter. My life is in ashes. I intend to see that Sloan lives to regret it.
I want to help you as soon as I get things straight with Kane.
Is that all you think about? Yourself?
All I am saying is that I want...
And what you want, you and Kane, you and you and you and... Oddly enough, I think it's what I like about you. Okay. I better face the facts here. You are going to be of absolutely no use to me until you are back together with Kane. So let's handle that first. Sit. So are you ready?
Oh, you make it sound like it'll be a cinch.
It won't be.
Since Kane doesn't want to acknowledge that I even exist, no, I don't think it will be.
Oh, ye of little faith. It's not to worry, my dear.
He doesn't even want to talk to me.
You're forgetting your Bible. The Lord does help those who help themselves. You just need a little help in the leverage department. I think that you should consider me as your crowbar. My, I've really got away with metaphors, don't I?
I need for you to give this letter to your mom. Tell her it's from me with all my love. I know it's mushy, okay, but...
I'll do it.
Great. It's very important, okay? Because, well, your mom, she doesn't want to see me right now, but I need for her to read this letter.
After Daddy's accident, Mama said we weren't supposed to talk about you anymore. Not ever.
Yeah, I know.
I miss you, Kane.
I miss you too, buddy. Mm-hmm. And you too, Squirt. Mm.
So if Mommy reads this letter, she'll change her mind?
I'm hoping.
Give Mommy the letter, CJ, and then Uncle Kane will come back. Okay, I'll give it to her.
Thanks, pal. You are the best. Listen, tell your mommy if she wants to see me, I'll be waiting in the lobby, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, love you guys. Bye.
No, Andrew, that's just what you don't understand. See, I don't ever want to talk to Kane again, so therefore, the wedding is obviously off.
Okay, if that's how you feel. But I remember when you first came to
No,
me about
that's
this.
definitely how I feel. Tina, come here.
You have really been through it lately.
Yeah, you might say that.
Well, at least the kids are safe and Court's getting better.
A little better.
Tina, you realize, of course, that you look absolutely miserable about all this.
Thank you, Andrew.
I just want to make sure you do the right thing.
What, about Kane and me?
Yes.
Are you sure this is really what you want?
Yes, it is over.
Really? You're not still in love with him?
With every diet I...
He betrayed me, Andrew, for the 1000th time. How many times? I'm fresh out of forgiveness.
I know the feeling, believe me.
I just want to get Kane out of my mind. I need to go someplace alone and be by myself, away from Landview. Court has been so wonderful. Court offered to send me to Bermuda for a couple of days so I could be by myself to think.
Well, that's very generous of Cord, but what about Cord's problem? Don't you think he should be staying here while he recovers?
I really don't think that I could be very helpful to Cord at a time like this. Do you, Andrew? But his memory is coming back, bit by bit.
Well, that's wonderful.
Yeah. Yeah, and as soon as he gets his memory back, as soon as he remembers the last 18 months and how he and I aren't together, then maybe I can sit down and finally decide what's best for me and my kids.
Tina, don't you think that Kane's going to fit into that equation?
Andrew, I keep telling you, Kane is just a lying...
Oh, well, I'm just asking you this because I want to make sure that you don't make a wrong decision here. Do you remember when you first came to talk to me about marrying Kane? You said you were going into it eyes wide open. You knew this man before you fell in love with him. He hasn't done anything that should shock you.
But no, Andrew, this is like the last straw. I mean, how many times am I supposed to let him lie to me? How many promises that he's never going to lie again? There comes a time, you know?
Yeah, I know. Tina, it's just that I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, too. Gosh, I hope I didn't ruin your lunch.
Oh, don't even mention it. Don't worry, don't worry. Just take care of yourself, okay?
Yeah.
I know how she feels. You know, you can forgive the same wrong 100 times, but eventually you just run out of forgiveness.
Your mother?
Yeah. When we went for the sonogram today, I kept thinking how thrilled she'd be to see the pictures. Kept wishing there was somehow that we could share this with her.
Bessie, we can. We can find it in ourselves to forgive her again.
Andrew, I can't. For the same reason that Tina can't, because she knows that Kane is never going to change. Just like I know now that my mother is never going to change either.
You know what you've got to do, right? Down to the last detail. Thanks. That is quite a plan. Oh, good. Oh, and Angela, when the time comes... Dorian? What? Only because I've put so much work into getting you and Kane back together again. When that magic moment arrives, I hope that you won't be wearing one of your demure little flower print potato sack dresses with the I am the Lamb of God shawl.
Oh, no, Dorian. I plan to wear something suited for the occasion.
Great. Now, how about that peignoir that I bought you?
Maybe. Whatever I end up wearing, I will be dressed for the part.
I'm on my knees. Please, the peignoir.
Yes, the peignoir. Did you really think that I would be wearing one of my dowdy little evangelical dresses?
To tell you the truth, I'm never quite sure what to expect from you.
Well, expect this. Anytime you want to buy me new clothes, be my guest.
I wish my daughter felt that way. Even when Cassie was talking to me, she used to just hate it when I'd go shopping for her.
Well, to each her own rebellion. I used to hate to eat most everything that my grandmother cooked.
Well, good luck with Kane.
Thanks.
It's funny. I really did admire you when you were an evangelist, a healer. But I feel so much more comfortable with you now that I know that you're a con artist. What does that say about me?
Nothing that will get you into the gates of heaven. I'm sure.
Well, you better run along and solve your problems with Kane, and that way you can help me solve my problems. Oh, and for goodness sakes, could you do something with your hair?
I will.
You know, maybe if you put it up or something.
All right.
Not that there's anything wrong with your hair.
Dorian, goodbye.
Bye. Earlier today, I blacked out.
Has that happened before?
Occasionally. I mean, very occasionally. I guess I don't know. This is bad, isn't it?
Well, look, everyone's migraines are unique to a certain degree. What happened when you blacked out?
I don't know. That's the scary part.
Were you unconscious?
Oh, no, I wasn't unconscious, no. It's sort of like, I don't know, I just sort of phase out. It's like someone presses a pause button or something, and when I come back out of it, some time has passed.
How much time? Days, hours, weeks, months?
No. Minutes. 5 minutes today. And, is this something major?
Well,
I mean, I've been reading in medical manuals.
Okay, all right.
And they say that every time...
Time out. Hold it right there. Do not read medical manuals. They will give you a headache, for sure.
I'll chase the ambulance. You fix the people inside.
Now you're talking.
Deal.
All right. But first things first, let us assess the patient.
Ooh, sounds so medical. I get to play Bambi and look into your headlights.
Why don't we stock up for tonight? Kevin, Rachel, and Jason, you invited them over for a swim, remember?
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, well, I think it'd be good for you to relax with them.
I wanted to thank them for all their help.
I know you did.
They worked so hard, and now
Hey, just because Todd Manning's dad's a sleaze doesn't mean that all our friends' hard work didn't pay off.
Can't be true what he said.
Well, we don't know, do we? So let's deal with it when we know the facts, not the threats.
It's gonna have the lawyers keep postponing the trial.
There's nothing says they'll succeed. He may have been blowing smoke for all we know. So let's relax tonight and deal with Peter Manning tomorrow.
I can't. I cannot relax until Todd, Zach, and Powell are in jail.
Yeah, well, that may take some time.
I have to know.
Know what? What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna find out if Mr. Manning can do what he's threatening to do.
The joys of barbecue, the sizzle, the smoky flavor.
What you got there, Siege?
So rude we can't talk about Uncle Kane.
Oh, honey, no. It wasn't that we weren't supposed to talk about him because of him. It was because the doctors wanted your daddy to remember about Kane on his own.
So we can talk about Uncle Kane, but not when Daddy's around?
Well, actually, I would really like it if both of you didn't bring up Kane again, because I'm really trying to forget about him.
But Father's Daddy wants to remember him.
Well, honey, because your daddy is trying to get his memory back, his whole memory, see? And I'm just trying to forget about Kane. Just Kane, see?
Forget him why? Will you forget us?
Oh, sweetheart, no. I would never, ever forget you, either one of you. See, I'm not really trying to forget Kane. I just,
Kane never forgot you.
What's this, CJ?
Tina, I'm sorry. Again. I screwed up, but it was all to try and get the past out of the way. For while I may have an endless supply of apologies, maybe your forgiveness is running out. But you know how much I love you. I love you, Tina. Please, forgive me one more time. I love you, Kane.
Thank you, CJ. That was really nice of you to give me that note.
He said if you wanted to see him, he'd wait in the lobby.
Angela.
Try and contain your delight.
What do you want?
I need to meet with you. It is urgent.
Well, that's just too bad, all right? I've got my own life here.
Oh, pacing hotel lobbies?
Look, Angela, give it up, all right? I'm not going to leave here to walk into some bear trap with you.
You don't want to talk to me? Fine. How about if I just publicly announce right here in the Palace Hotel lobby that you are headed straight for jail? Because that is exactly where you will wind up if you don't come with me right now.
Oh, yeah, well, what do you got, some uniforms waiting outside? You got a badge under that shawl now, huh?
I simply know that an arrest warrant can be sworn out to you in a matter of minutes, and the police can be...
All right. Look, I got your point.
I thought you would, but I am not done making it.
Well, I got it. All right? Loud and clear. And what's this about?
No, I can't talk here. My place.
Fine. Okay, your little tabernacle. But this better be good.
Come on. You're tying my hands here. You're making it impossible for me to prosecute this case. Right. Well, that's exactly what I was just trying to... No, I cannot do that. Look. I need some time to think about it. I can't... I tell you what, I'll call you back. Sorry, guys,
Sorry we knocked, but I guess...
Look, I'll wait outside.
So, what's up?
Did Todd and Zach really ask for a change of venue?
Yes, they did.
So it's true. This case could be dragged out for almost a year before it goes to trial again. Hank?
Oh, Marty, it's a little worse than that.
Worse? How could it be worse?
Are you sure you want to hear this?
Hank, what are you talking about? Would you tell me I deserve to know?
Look, Marty, there's a chance this case might never go to trial again. At all.
What?
That was the state's attorney general. And I gotta tell you, Marty, he hates this case in a major way.
Hates the case. Why?
Too controversial.
Since when do they care about a local rape case?
Well, since it's an election year, this case has polarized Landview. I mean, just look at the fallout, huh? Prominent people involved in a sex crime case. The president of Landview University pressured to resign because he handled it badly. And now a radio celebrity, Luna Moody, bashes Todd Manning in the head with a lead pipe. And all I'm getting is reports of demonstrations and death
So this
threats.
case is inconvenient? Is that what you're saying?
No, that's not what I'm saying, Marty. But I'm just telling you what the Attorney General just told me. You know, this is what's called a political hot potato.
So what?
So, there are a lot of people under a lot of pressure.
Besides me, you mean?
Marty, those three boys are from very influential families. And the evidence isn't concrete enough to give us a good shot at getting a guilty verdict. And this case is costing the taxpayers a whole lot of money. And all it takes is just one politician crying about government spending.
Hank, after all we've been through, you can't tell me you're just going to toss this case aside. I know how hard you've been working on it to make sure that justice is done. I've been there watching, seeing what you've done. Please don't tell me you're willing just to drop this.
Marty, I already told you. None of this is any of my idea.
So who says you have to go along with the Attorney General? You're the district attorney of Landview. Hank, please, don't tell me all that work is going to be for nothing. Don't tell me I got up on that stand and nearly bled to death, testifying, so the charges against those guys could go up in smoke.
Well, the good news is that the charges against Luna's been dropped, and I guess we can hope that Marty has a new trial soon, because I think the waiting around is really taking a toll on her, not taking a toll on your appetite, huh?
Andrew, don't say anything. This is not my fault. It's Junior's.
No, I know. Stay away from my food.
No, it's Junior's fault. He's not used to eating lunch this late.
Listen, it was worth the wait, though, because we've got these great snapshots of the little tyke here. Huh?
Yeah, here, let me just feast my eyes on this a minute.
Amazing.
Wasn't it clever, Gina? Turn around so that we wouldn't know what gender he is?
Or she. Well, listen, you think Dr. Fraser was right about this thing about sucking on the hands?
What, that it's a good sign?
Yeah.
Yeah, why would Dr. Fraser make that up?
Well, maybe because she didn't know how to explain it.
Is everything all right over here?
It's fine. Let me show you something. This is a picture of our son. Or our daughter. You know, anyway, if you look carefully now, you can see where he or she is sucking on his or her hands.
That's very nice, Reverend Carpenter.
Yeah. This is a beautiful baby, isn't it? Huh?
I guess so.
What are you talking about? This baby is absolutely gorgeous.
Come on.
So that's it? That's the last of your instruments from that torture chamber bag of yours?
That is the last sadistic instrument I have, at least with me.
Oh, pity. And?
And as far as I can tell, there's nothing wrong with you. Except the headaches, of course.
But?
Now, look, Nora, 95% of all headaches have no identifiable cause. Sometimes a headache is just a headache.
And the blackouts?
Well, the blackouts are probably your way of retreating from the pain.
So it's normal?
Well, yeah, it's not normal, but it's certainly not unusual.
So I don't have a brain tumor?
No, Nora, you do not have a brain tumor. Of course, if you want to be absolutely sure...
Oh, don't say that. Don't say, of course, if you want to be sure. Don't know, because that means that you are not sure that I don't have a brain tumor. Okay.
Look, the odds are against
Don't talk about odds. No, Larry, don't talk about odds. You see, I'm a lawyer, and I'm trained to buck the odds.
Okay, all right. I'm going to give you something.
A sedative, I'm sure.
No,
a straitjacket?
If I can find it here. The name of a specialist.
Ah, a brain tumor man.
Well, I don't think he'd appreciate being characterized as that. No, he's a neurologist.
A brain tumor man.
Well, all right. See, there are CAT scans, and there are all kinds of other tests they can run to kind of specify what the cause is of the blackouts and the headaches. And hopefully it's not one that's caused by a brain tumor.
Okay.
Once we do find out what the cause is, then we can go about treating it successfully. And in the meantime, I want you to get plenty of fresh air. I want you to eat properly. I know that's not your favorite thing, but do you think you might manage it for a while?
Oh, I'll take a shot at it.
All right.
It's so awful.
Yeah? Yeah? Is it more awful than migraines? I thought as much.
You do me a favor.
Yeah.
Just keep this about between us, you know, let's not tell Bo, okay? Especially not about me, you know.
Being panic-stricken and freaked out and white as a sheet.
Exactly. You see, he has this wonderful idealized view of me, and I'd hate to go smashing his illusions.
No, listen, we won't tell him that underneath this steel veneer, you're just as big a chicken as the rest of us.
Thank you. Thanks.
And one other thing, do not read any more medical journals.
Okay, I promise.
Okay,
I know.
good.
I learned my lessons about that. Thank you so much
You're
for coming.
welcome. Oh, one last thing. Until we find the cause and the treatment of this headache thing, avoid driving a car. I don't want you to black out while you're behind the wheel. Okay?
Okay, now what's the big deal? What are you hysterical about this time?
Now, would I do that to you if you were concerned about something? Call you hysterical?
No, because I don't get hysterical, all right? So what do you want from me?
Well, don't worry. It's not about love. You made your feelings perfectly clear last night when I made an idiot of myself and told you how I feel about it.
Yeah. Could you just cut to the chase, please?
Okay. If Dorian doesn't get her money back, dropped in her lap in the next 24 hours, she is going to drop a dime on us.
Look, she won't go to the cops.
You want to bet?
Well, you know, Why should I work with you anyway, huh? I mean, after what you did to Tina, I can...
You know, lover, you better get off your high horse and listen, because Dorian will go to the cops. She will go to the cops, and we will go to prison. Now, grand larceny is 15 to 20 years with time off for good behavior. Are you ready for that?
She said 24 hours.
Right. So we got to find our next pushover.
Well, what about this old biddy you gave me the info on? What's her name?
Oh, Mrs. Otis. Yeah. Lois Otis.
Yeah, she's a reclusive type, right? Has
Right.
some private island off the coast.
Yeah. Oh, but we got to come up with another charity.
What? Why? We got what we need. We got all the brochures. We just use the Lost Children of the World Foundation.
No. We don't know who Dorian told that to. We only got one shot at Mrs. Otis. We got to play it safe. Now, you go change into some other clothes, and then we will go visit Mrs. Otis on her little island hideaway. What's the matter?
I don't see why you can't do this by yourself.
We're a team, Kane.
No, see, we were a team, okay? Were.
You know, I kept you out of this so far. You keep this up, and I will roll you over in a flash. And then you will have to deal with the wrath of Dorian.
You got me shaking in my boots, honey.
I have seen Dorian when she is mad, and it is not a pretty sight. It is not a pretty sight at all.
Hey. Why are you sad?
Oh, sweetheart, I'm okay. I'm fine. But listen, remember we were talking before? I don't want either one of you to talk to Uncle Kane again, all right?
Is Kane why you're sad?
CJ, just trust me. I don't want you talking to Kane again, okay?
But I love Uncle Kane. Yeah, me too.
I know you do. And, you know, I know it's sad. It's just that Kane can't be part of our life anymore, okay? Listen, you see Grandma Renee over there? You see her over there? She has been dying to see you guys all day long. So why don't you go over and say hi to her, okay?
Okay.
CJ, you hold on to Sarah and hold on to her hand, all right?
Okay.
Okay. I'll pick you up in a little while.
All right.
Hey, Marty. Here.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Listen, I want to make sure you understand my position in all of this.
I do. I don't blame you for anything, Hank.
Marty, I still want to win this case. As much as I ever did. Maybe more. And almost as much as you want me to win it. And look, Marty, I would just want you to rest assured that I am not going to cave in to the Attorney General. But he is not my only obstacle. The evidence in this case has been thin from the very start, and I made no bones about that.
I know.
And now, before I can try to convince the second jury that you were raped by 3 men, I've got to convince the Attorney General. And if I don't give him enough to keep him quiet, the man is going to be all over me.
But the evidence, the physical evidence was never that strong.
Yeah, tell me about it. I mean, I've looked at everything I have, and boy, I tell you, if I just had one piece of proof that these guys lied. You know, Marty, I really thought this was going to do the trick. But by the time Kevin and Swede got to this piece of evidence, this sweatband, all the evidence of force was washed away. And as far as the chain of evidence goes, I mean, you know, Todd gives it to Powell. Powell takes it to the woods. Elmer finds it in the woods. So much for a clean trail, huh?
Hank, who knows the results of the forensics reports on that sweatband?
Well, the lab technician, police department, Suede, Kevin, you and me. That's about all for now.
For now.
Yeah, Todd's new attorney should be stepping in here any minute. And they're going to put us through the discovery process all over again. I figure they'll be asking for the lab reports. Why do you ask? Excuse me. Oh. Oh, man. Look, I totally forgot. Listen, just tell him I'm on my way, all right? Thanks. Look, Marty, I've got to run. But, we can talk about this some more if you want to later on, all right?
Okay.
Take your time. Finish your coffee. I'll see you later.
Okay.
Here. Put your head. It doesn't attach to your shoulders. You lose it. Where are the car keys? Car keys. Car keys. Car keys. Car keys.
Try to avoid driving a car. You don't want to black out when you're behind the wheel.
Blue car. Blue car. Blue car. It was a blue car. It was a blue car that ran Bo and Sarah off the road that night. You were driving a yellow car. A yellow car. So knock it off, Cannon. Quit borrowing trouble.
Anger is so easy to handle. Well, you will find out firsthand if you don't help me get her money back.
You know, you never were very good with threats, Angie. Okay, if you remember, I always took care of that part. And I still don't see why you can't do this by yourself.
I'll tell you what. Why don't we just go over to Dorian's right now? And then you can tell her that you were the little French priest who bilked her out of all that money.
Well, go ahead, honey. You tell her, all right? I'll just deny everything.
Baby, you know, you have a very inflated idea of your image in this town.
See, it's not my image that's good. It's my camouflage. See, Dorian will never believe that she could have been fooled by someone she knows so well. And, as you pointed out earlier, she wouldn't want the world to know she was so stupid as to be rooked by this.
Stupid? Stupid? Well, I'm certainly not stupid anymore, am I? Not now that I am staring the truth right in the face.
Dorian, what are you doing here?
Need you ask, my dear? I came here to talk to you about the $50,000 you owe me, but the tabernacle was empty.
I was out running an errand.
Please, spare me your cover stories. I've heard them all. Well, lucky for me that I decided to hide when I heard you both come in, or else I never would have found out the truth. Sacre bleu! The truth is, Father Moreau is none other than your partner, Kane Rogan. Kane, You are every bit as guilty as she is.
I saw Hank walk out. I didn't know whether to leave you alone
No,
or...
I'm fine. I just needed to take a second.
So what did he say? About the change of venue and postponing the trial?
It's true. All of it, what Manning said. In fact, Hank may even be forced by the state's attorney general to drop the case completely.
What?
Yeah.
So what are you smiling about? Marty, are you okay?
I'm fine. Because I know what I need to do. I have a plan. And I have a secret weapon.